No more Mr. Nice Guy. It's not lost on me that I'm looking like this and you are trusting this to tell you what to and what not to buy, but here we are. I love you all so very much, and I am actually invigorated by this idea and excited to be making this video for you guys. I asked you guys on Instagram what you wanted me to show you. Ironically, I had so many of my close friends being like, girl, that is opening a door of answers you do not want. And then ironically, the only people that left like inappropriate things were my family and friends. So thank you guys for being class acts. But one of you suggested that I show something that I regretted buying, and then that kind of sparked this whole idea of doing this video. At first, I was like, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. But I was like, you know what? I wasted some money. I'm looking down at all the items I'm about to share with you. I have wasted some money and energy on these items, and I might as well share them with you so you don't waste your money. That being said, in doing this, these specific companies, and we'll obviously talk through it as we go through each item, it isn't to say that the company is terrible. It's just to say that these particular products didn't work for me. So take everything with a grain of salt. Never regret buying salt, just saying. And we'll just go from there. So let's dive right in. Starting off with beauty, cosmetics, hair, that sort of stuff. I will say I don't really buy much beyond what I use. I've been doing like the same routine, wearing the same makeup. It's a pretty square situation over here when it comes to that kind of stuff. But there are a few items that I either fell for an Instagram ad or saw somebody talk about on YouTube, and I had to try them and I deeply regret it. First up being this. This is Hempz Fresh Fusion. The secret is in the seed. Herbal Body Moisturizer. It is 100% pure natural hemp seed oil. And I saw Sierra do a review of this because she saw someone else do a review of this and she loved it, and so did the other person. I have to say, okay, to be fair, I actually think the lotion itself is great. It's just this particular scent that really doesn't do it for me. As you can see, I literally have barely used any of it, which is a real shame because this was expensive and also there's so much of it left. But I got the pink Pomelo, pink Pomelo, that's the problemo. I didn't know what the pink Pomelo is, with the Himalayan sea salt. That's why I got it. I'm like, again, never regret a sea salt. But this smells like, it smells like a really bad version of a kids or like middle school lotion that has sparkles in it. Do you know what I mean? Like something you would get at Claire's that is just so potent and so over the top that it's... I probably should preface this as I'm pretending to throw up from this scent. If any of the stuff you guys have and you love, I mean, again, different people love different things. I just personally cannot stand this, and I will never order this again. I will perhaps next time I go in store and have the option to smell this. I definitely bought this online. If I can smell the scent before, I would invest in another hemp moisturizer because again, I liked the texture of it, but never again with this scent. Moving on to a hair product that I've actually think I might have mentioned not loving so much before. It's the Living Proof Restore Instant Protection, Weightless Heat and UV Protection. I know people rave and rave and rave about this brand. I have used a hairspray of theirs before that I actually very much like. I love their packaging. I like the idea behind them. I just personally don't like this product. It was expensive. Looking at it now, $26.99. First of all, I don't know if it works. Secondly, I don't like the way my hair feels afterwards. It always leaves me, at least, I have very fine hair, kind of feeling greasy, and I just don't find myself ever reaching for this. I'm sitting in disapproval because now I'm starting to count the amount of money already that I've wasted. Please like this video and play it back several times to pay off this. Okay, moving on to sunscreen. I am trying to be better in general about wearing sunscreen. It's important. And generally speaking, I love this brand. That's Sun Bum. I have been using their products forever, and I feel like they're a nice alternative to some of the more high-end, expensive products like Kula that offer organic spray-on type suntan lotion. But I deeply regret buying this. This is the Sun Bum's 50 Mineral Sunscreen Spray, broad spectrum, SPF 50. This one has the zinc oxide and titanium dioxide, and it's water resistant. Again, love this product. All their stuff is fragrance-free, hypoallergenic, vegan, really like it. This just goes on so thick, like, I get the spray on purpose. I get a spray so that it sprays and I don't have to like vigorously rub it in. This is so thick and so white and so blah. I used it once and never again. I know. This is probably the best defense for the sun, like this one specifically with all that zinc oxide in it, but it's just not practical. Never gonna use it. I am going to hand this off to a friend who is so sun conscious and always uses the thickest and baddest looking sunscreen, because there's no way I will ever be using this again, and this in fact was expensive. And last beauty product that I am so sad about regretting because I was so excited about, and that's the Glossier eyeshadow palette that I bought recently. I did an unboxing and I was so excited. I hadn't bought makeup in a really long time, and I was like, you know what, I always wanted to try Glossier. I will say, I've talked about it before, I'm obsessed with their eyebrow stuff, so that was a good thing that came out of that haul, but this is just an absolute waste of money. This is the Glossier Monochromes Essential Eyeshadow Trio. I got this in the color Bluff, so it could in theory be the color I got. Let me show you. It looks like this, and I mean, listen, I like the look of these colors. These are my jam, but none of these really come out that strong, and like you just really can't see them. And I am all about a sheer eyeshadow. You guys know I don't wear a heavy eyeshadow. It's just that it like physically doesn't go on the eye. I've tried it with my finger, I've tried it with different brushes, I tried it with their brush that I purchased, and it's just like, no matter how like dense I try to make it on my eye, it just doesn't do the trick. I never reach for this. I've tried it several times and now it just sits sadly in my drawer, and again, such a waste of money. I wanted to love you so bad. I just didn't. You know, I try not to have regrets in life, but this video is making it a little difficult. Never regret a good hydration. Moving on to some clothing items. I have been blessed, lucky, and over the moon with the fact that I have had a lot of brands reach out to me and gift me with a lot of items. So I actually don't buy clothes that often, but you guys saw I did a Forever 21 type haul. I think it was like a mall haul, which naturally led to a Forever 21 haul. And everything I got in there and ended up keeping, not returning, I actually really like, which is weird. Oh, actually, this is from there from a while ago. But there was one t-shirt that I just regret buying. I liked the idea of it, but it just, well, let me show it to you. It's this wolf t-shirt. I got another t-shirt from them that I love. It's the, oh gosh, I can't remember. It's like a band t-shirt, and I like the material of it. The thing with t-shirts, guys, as you know, I just tried on that one from Etsy. It's like it needs to be the right material to work if it's gonna be a straight crew neck. That's crew neck, right? Just like a straight t-shirt. It's just gotta be loose or soft or something. This is just like that old school, like, you got your name printed on it, like for your school play or whatever, like a Vista print t-shirt that is so blah, 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 blah. Plus, I was so excited by this print, but it came out so dark that you can't even really see what is happening on there. I should have returned this. I'm not sure why I didn't. I think I was like so enchanted by the idea of it, and now I haven't touched it. Maybe once one of my kiddos gets a little bit bigger, I can give this to them for like a sleep shirt or something. I hate wasting, but this ain't it. Speaking of this ain't it, this bra, she ain't it. I wanted to like this so much, and actually I think I've also talked about this before. This is the Third Love 24/7 classic t-shirt bra. It was the first time I tried Third Love, and I gotta say the experience was pretty good. Like, they definitely let you do returns, and I had ordered like a bunch of them, and they have half sizes. It just wasn't it for me, and I feel like I ended up getting the wrong size, and I hate these straps. Every time I put it on, I just feel so like old school, like strap the ladies in, like just I feel like an old lady. I hate it. It's uncomfortable. I want to like this. I might try Third Love one more time and try to futz around with the size. Yeah, this isn't even the right size. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was desperately in need of a bra, and so I fell for an Instagram ad, and I just don't find myself gravitating towards this ever. So that's gonna be a no for me. 2 pairs of shoes that I feel super bummed about my regrets, because I'm looking at them now, and they're both the same color, and they're both my favorite color, and I want them both to work so deeply and badly, but I just can't seem to style them, which maybe lends itself to a help me style my clothes, my followers please video, which I saw Carrie Dayton do, which looks really fun, so I might end up doing that. Stay tuned. But first up are these Jeffrey Campbell's that are so fun. They're like these old school jellies, but I just can't seem to figure it out. I think because the color is so bold, which I'm fine with, but also we're dealing with a chunk and we're dealing with a jelly. It's like when I put them on, I look like I'm wearing shoe boxes. They're just so like clunky and chunky, but not in like a cute way. I should have returned these. I love a Jeffrey Campbell too. Like, I just have such a deep place for him in my heart. Not him personally. I don't know who he is. Is he a real person? I just confessed my love to some stranger. I just need to figure out how to style these. I know there's a way, and I'm not giving up, but I'm having trouble. Also, I don't know how you short gals feel about this, but sometimes the strap around the ankle, this is obviously like a lower one, but something about this T-strap thing sometimes makes my legs look like shorter and squattier, and I have pretty short muscular legs, so I just don't know. I just don't know. But stay tuned, because I am gonna do that, asking my viewers for help with styling, because I think you guys will be able to help me figure this out. That leads me to these shoes. If you guys saw, I did a video shopping for shoes for my wedding. As it turns out, I ended up being barefoot and then wearing cowboy boots, but I ended up buying these before deciding what I was gonna do, because I thought maybe they would work, and they're really, really cute. I will find the link for them. The brand is Chase and Chloe. You guys all responded really well to these, and I like the idea. I just haven't worn them yet, and so I'm starting to regret it. I'm just like, will I ever wear these? The only thing I don't absolutely love are like the gems on them. I just kind of feel like the buckle is so big. Like, if it was just half, that would be nice, but like the full-on pilgrim buckle of sparkly joy, it's like a little intense. I'm gonna hold on to them obviously because I love the color and I love the shape. I just haven't really had a proper occasion, reason, or outfit to wear them with. So the regret is settling in. Moving on to food and beverages, and then we'll finish up with technology. Just give me a little preview of what's happening so you can stay tuned. I looked through our closets in the kitchen and our pantry, and truly, like, we kind of have it down to a science in terms of what we eat and don't eat. Like, we basically eat the same thing all the time, so there's not much regret when it comes to the food and drinks that we buy, except for this. This is the most disgusting thing I've ever had. I feel bad saying that because truly, every single day, I use a product from Sun Warrior that I love. In fact, sometimes twice a day, and I've talked about it. It's the vanilla protein powder, but it's not the lean meal one. It's like the classic, or there's another name for it, and I could definitely leave the link to that below as an alternative. but for some reason, this one like is so gagalicious that I had to mention it. And I love you, Sun Warrior, and I would love to be sponsored by you, but I think I just shot myself in the foot. Darn it, Lisa, learn how to do this. Okay, so it could be a number of things. It's a snickerdoodle flavor, which I thought I would like. But because this is the lean meal one, they've added a mushroom blend, they've added probiotics. I don't know what else is in here that's not in their normal ones. It's just so like, I do keep it around, however, because I use the other ones so much that oftentimes I'll run out before reordering or before getting to the store. And I have to have some sort of protein in the morning because I don't eat meat. So I will stomach this down. So it's like doable. It's just not preferable. So don't buy this. If you guys have been on this journey with me for a while, you know that I am a Mezcal drinker. I've talked about brands of Mezcal that I really, really enjoy and really, really like. This, however, is not one of them. Let me just tell you, there's very few liquors that I can't tolerate, especially when it comes to mezcals or tequila, but this, I've tried several times and I just can't get past the first sip. I'm gonna butcher the name, so I'm just gonna show it to you. Cool bottle. I like everything about it is right. Just tastes like jalapenos took a giant crap in this bottle. It's so spicy and not in a fun, spicy way. It's just miserable. And there's been several nights where I ran out of my normal mezcal and I'm like, okay, I'll try. And I just can't freaking do it. Cool bottle, great price point, the whole thing. It's just awful. Awful, awful, awful. Oh, you know, I hate to waste it. Maybe I'll keep it in like an emergency bag, you know, like if there's a zombie apocalypse and like one of us gets a big scrape and there's no medicine available and we need to like antiseptic this. But like beyond that, no thank you, never again. I don't even want to open it and smell it. We're moving on. Okay, and last but not least, I would say like probably the biggest regret out of all this, mostly because it was the most expensive, is this like full-on podcast setup that I was like, one day I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna do a podcast. Yeah, and then I tried to plug this in and I couldn't figure it out for the life of me. I watched a bunch of videos on how to get this to work and I just couldn't do it. And so I shoved all of this, including another one of these, a stand, the whole thing, into my desk drawer and never talked about it again until this moment. Thank God I have therapy after this. Does anyone know how to use this? It's supposed to be so basic and so easy to use, but I just couldn't figure it out. I just need to take the time to sit down and do it, and then I also need to decide if I do in fact want to do a podcast. But I feel like, I just feel like everyone has a podcast and it's just like, feels a little bit overdone. But I could start singing. How do I live without you? Or I could just sell the stuff, which is probably more likely a good idea. Does anyone want to buy this from me? There you have it, my many regrets in life. Although now I'm like kind of feeling this. I might just walk around the house using this. Yes! Who wants to go pee-pees outside? A lot of these brands, now that I'm looking, I really like, and I use a lot of their other products, generally speaking, but these are just such specific things that I just can't get down with. Is there anything here that you love and you are appalled by the fact that I mentioned them? And or is there anything in this mix that you too were like, yes, I totally regret buying this? And or is there anything in this mix that you were like, I was just about to buy that, thank you, Lisa? Let me know in the comments below. And also, you know what, let's keep suggestions going in terms of what else do you want me to show you. I got some really fun suggestions, like your funkiest pieces of clothing, your favorite home decor items, all sorts of cool, fun, and creative ideas, because you guys are not my biggest regrets, and I would buy you over and over again. All right, you guys, I hope that you had fun. Yeah, stay tuned for a whole nother week of who knows what next week. And if you missed any of my videos, I upload videos Monday through Friday. I appreciate you going back, checking them out, and giving this channel some love. Couldn't do this without you guys. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go shove all of this into a drawer and pretend like it never happened. Bye!